Hello BookTube. Welcome to Lizzie Faye Loves Books. I'm Elizabeth and I'm going to be one of your hosts for March Mystery Madness. Well, here in Florida, March came in like a lamb, which means, according to my grandmother, it will go out like a lion. But I am excited about March. If you have been watching my channel, you know that we are starting today March Mystery Madness. In fact, it's the second annual March Mystery Madness. I'm so thrilled because I've already seen quite a few TBR videos, and lots of people have posted their TBRs to our Goodreads group, and people have followed our Twitter account, and we are just really excited about what this month has in store for us. So I just wanted to kind of touch base with everyone and remind you about some of the things that are going to be happening this month during March Mystery Madness. Now, there's several ways that you can interact with each other. Of course, first of all is BookTube. If you are a booktuber and you haven't done a TBR video, I want to encourage you to do that. If you don't normally do TBRs, but maybe you want to come up with some possible choices for books, then please do. It's not too late to put up a TBR for March because it helps to spread the word. There's no way that I can reach everybody, and even if you just have 50 subscribers, you could potentially reach 50 more people than I can reach because they subscribe to you and not to me. So I want to encourage you to at least mention it if you're participating at all, or even if you're not going to participate and you don't mind helping us out, then when you do your next video, mention March Mystery Madness, and we would really appreciate it. Now, if you're not a booktuber and you are a book blogger, then I want to encourage you to post your TBR on your blog. And then also, if you've done a video or a blog, go on our Goodreads group and link that to the Goodreads group. We've got several threads on our Goodreads group, which is called Mystery Madness. We have a thread for introducing yourself, and then we also have a thread for posting your TBR. Now, the posting your TBR on Goodreads is one of the ways that you can enter in our giveaway, and I'm pretty sure our giveaway is going to be an Amazon gift card. I'm not quite sure the total yet, but that will all be announced before the end of the month. But in order to be in the running for that giveaway, you definitely need to post your TBR. I believe you can list it there on Goodreads, or you can just put a link to your blog or your video so that it gives everyone else a chance to find you and see what you're reading. Now, I want to encourage all of the rest of you to get to know each other. You know, maybe someone has done a TBR video that you've never heard before, you know, you've never watched their videos before, or you've never read their blog, and you might take that opportunity to comment to them, and you might have a new friend. So I want to encourage you to interact with each other, and then of course another way to interact is on Goodreads. Be sure that you go on the discussion threads, go down through and read what people are posting. Feel free to comment back to them. You don't have to wait for the host to comment, although we are commenting back to people who comment. But I want to encourage you to jump in and, you know, talk about the books that you're reading. If somebody's reading a book that you've already read and you want to jump in and say, hey, I read that book, I'm so excited to see somebody else reading it, then, you know, of course, do that. Now, all of this stuff is self-explanatory, I'm sure, and I don't need to be saying all this. I just want to encourage you, don't be shy, to jump in there and speak up. You know, and if you just want to lurk and watch and read, that's fine too. But I really want to encourage you to speak up and get involved. Then, of course, another way to get involved is to follow us on MarchMysteryMadness on Twitter. And be sure you go on there, and that's where you will see that we'll be doing Twitter sprints. Now, I want to tell you a little bit about what we have planned so far. Di, who is our host from Dice's 19 Hearts, she lives in the Pacific time zone, and she wants to host some reading sprints randomly during her lunch hour. So those will be midday meetups with Di, and just go on at noon Pacific time, which would be 3 o'clock Eastern time if you're in Eastern, and you can figure out the ones in between. And if you're across the world, across the pond, then, you know, there's all kinds of time zone charts where you could figure out what time that would be in your time zone. So at 12 noon Pacific time on random days, maybe not every day, but a lot of the days during the month, Di will be hosting reading sprints on Twitter. Now, I won't be able to do a lot of those on weekdays simply because that's 3 o'clock my time, and that's exactly when I am picking up kids from school. But that's okay. I will catch up with you some other times because I'm planning to do some early morning sprints and then also some late at night sprints. Probably not back to back, I find that some of my best reading times are on the weekends in the early morning, especially Sunday morning, because I've gotten all my laundry done on Saturday and housework and so forth, and I wake up Sunday morning and I don't have a lot that I have to do until it's time to get ready for church, and so I tend to pick up a book or go on social media. So about 5 a.m. Eastern time is when I will be hosting some sprints each Sunday morning. And if you are across the world, like in the UK, then that's going to be like mid-morning your time, or if you're in Australia, then that'll be your evening. So if you want to join in with some of those sprints, that'd be awesome. Now, those of you who are in earlier time zones than me, that may be a little early for you. That's going to be middle of the night, but that's when I probably will do those, and it'll probably be from 5 a.m. until about 9 a.m. Eastern time. So if you want to get up early with me on Sunday and do some sprints, then I would love that. And then we'll check out in time for church, and then come back later on and maybe talk about what we read. So those are what we have planned for some of our reading sprints. Troy has never been involved in reading sprints before, so he's a little nervous to jump in. So I told him he could hold off for a little bit. Once he gets his feet wet, he will probably be hosting some Twitter sprints a little later on. But for now, we're going to give him a break. So those are the sprints that we have scheduled. Now, we have something else scheduled on Monday nights. Every Monday night during the month of March, we're going to host Monday meetups, and we want to encourage everybody who's participating in March Mystery Madness to hop on social media and start interacting. But my thinking is that just to get on Twitter and just start tweeting to people, search for who all has posted with the hashtag MarchMysteryMadness, and go on and like their tweets. Tweet about what you're reading, maybe take a picture of what you're reading and post it, and just start interacting with each other about what you're reading for March Mystery Madness. And then you can also do the same for Goodreads. Go on Goodreads, take that time to read through some of the posts and comment back to people who maybe are reading something you're interested in, or reading something that you have already read and you want to comment to them. Just use that Monday evening time to interact with each other on social media. Now, I am just getting into Instagram, and I want to encourage you to post to Instagram. Use the hashtag MarchMysteryMadness and post to Instagram, and I will do my best to find you and find your photographs. And then you can also use that time to comment to videos. If you have found some booktubers who are doing March Mystery Madness and you want to go back and see what they're reading, maybe they did a Friday Reads a few days before and they're talking about the mysteries they're reading, and you haven't had a chance to watch their videos or comment, take that time to comment. So we're just going to try it, all forms of social media. Maybe you've got your computer open to Goodreads and you've got your phone on Twitter, or maybe you just got a couple of windows open on your computer and you want to go back and forth. That's what I plan to do, is just kind of go back and forth and interact with as many people as possible during that time. Now, what time is that on Monday? I get home from taking Katie to Girl Scouts about 8:30. So Di and I were thinking 9 p.m. Eastern, which is 6 p.m. Pacific. So it'd be for maybe an hour or so. Maybe after that social media blitz and we're tired of talking, then maybe we'll do a reading sprint from like 10 to 11 or something like that. So that's just kind of the plan. March Mystery Madness meetup. Could we make that... Could we stretch that M alliteration any farther? That's kind of what we are planning. So we're going to use the hashtag MMM meetup for the Monday meetups, so that it's a little bit shorter. But of course, you can feel free to add March Mystery Madness to your tweets as well. But you can use March Mystery Madness as well, but it's kind of long. So if you find that you want to have more to say, then you can use the shorter hashtag for Monday nights and we will find you. And then another thing I have planned are a couple of video challenges. I'm going to be reviving the March Mystery Madness book tag. I will be doing that pretty soon with all new books, all new answers. It'll probably be very similar to last year, but I'm going to come up with some new books and new answers, and I'll be tagging several of you, so be on the lookout for that. And then I believe Di is working on a scavenger hunt challenge that she's going to be issuing, so be sure you are subscribed to all of us, and then be sure you are following our Twitter account. and that you're on the Goodreads group. And if you do those things, then you're not going to miss anything. You will be in the know on what's happening for March Mystery Madness. And I also want to call your attention to some really wonderful TBR videos that people have posted. In fact, I will leave a link below to my TBR video, and in the description of my TBR video, I have started a list of the booktubers who have made TBR videos. By the time you see this video, I will have added a few more, because I've got to tell you about the Book Nester. She did her TBR video as Velma from Scooby-Doo. You have got to go see it. It's so cute. Everybody else who did a TBR video, I appreciate it so much. I thank you for helping get the word out. For those of you who are not booktubers, don't worry about it. Just jump on Goodreads, jump on Twitter, and comment to our videos. We want to get to know each other and just form some friendships. I just think it's going to be awesome. So that's all I can think of for right now. If you have any other questions about March Mystery Madness, be sure to comment down below, and I will do my best to answer it. I will be checking in each week with probably a Friday reads, and of course I'm still going to be doing my Saturday shelfie tours. I'm going through my cozy mystery shelves, and I've got some other non-mystery videos coming up too. So my channel will be very busy this month, and I'm going to be busy reading mysteries. So be sure to comment down below what you are reading. In fact, I want to issue just a quick challenge right now. If you've gotten to the end of this video, I want you to tell me what is the first mystery book that you are either reading, if you started it today, or that you are planning to pick up this month. And then I want you to go on Twitter and tweet a picture of it. And I'm going to go on Twitter too, and I'm going to issue the challenge. But I want you to show me a picture. You can put it on Instagram and link it to Twitter, or just put it on Twitter and show us all what you are reading first for March Mystery Madness. Be sure to use the hashtag so that we can all see it. And so that's your first challenge. So that's all I have for this video. I hope you're having a great day. Read a good book, and God bless you.